You know where you at. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow, share, watch. You know what's going on. It's only Grown Folks Allowed, the only channel you can come get the celebrity news and adult conversation. But today we got to talk about something kind of serious. But before we get into that shit, man, let me just say this, man. I'm not going to jail about no bonds. It don't listen, man. It don't even matter what the situation is, because at the end of the day, if you end up in jail over the bonds, you in a losing situation. And in this situation, the person being charged is in a losing situation all out of love. Why? Because he felt some type of way in a situation that wasn't really his, but he was participating in the affair with a woman that was taken. And the results ended up being the woman losing her life as well as the rest of her family, meaning her husband and her children, her child. So when I say that, I'm speaking on behalf of men and women, because if you pay attention to what's going on in today's world, you got a lot of dudes out there taking women out the game because they feel like, look, if I ain't gonna be with her, he ain't gonna be with her. We ain't gonna be with her. And they taking the woman out. And there's a lot of women out there too that's stepping on the men. Crime of passion. And love will make you crazy. Don't never let love make you that crazy where you gonna go do something like this though. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, don't nobody deserve to lose their life over a situation you had with somebody. Don't let your feelings take you that far. Don't let this be the results of what's going on. Let's get into this video.
Killing a woman and her one-year-old baby boy. The Berks County District Attorney announcing additional murder charges against 61-year-old Jose Rodriguez. He'd previously been charged with killing the victim's husband, Junior Cabrera Colon. Investigators laying out the horrific timeline before each member of the family is killed. This is the 5 o'clock news. I'm Jason Martinez, and we do want to warn you, these details are just incredibly upsetting and hard to hear. But you may remember the mother and son were reported missing earlier this month, and then just days later, their bodies were found. Kelly, you were there for today's painful announcement. What are you learning?
Yeah, Jason, that's right. Extremely painful to hear. The investigators did say today this is still an active investigation, but did say there was some sort of intimate relationship between the defendant and one of the three victims, and clearly something went wrong. The DA said the defendant did confess to all three murders. He called this case extremely difficult and said they are looking at possibly pursuing the death penalty.
Unfortunately, in our jobs, we deal with bad things all the time. This is a different level.
For the first time, the Berks County District Attorney outlining the horrific timeline of the murders of 31-year-old Junior Cabrera Colon, his wife, 31-year-old Geraldina Peguero Manciba, and their 1-year-old son, Jaden Junior Peguero, allegedly at the hands of 61-year-old Jose Rodriguez. The DA says he confessed to all three murders.
The loss of life of these adults that were killed was unnecessary. The loss of life of that 1-year-old was cruel. It was horrible.
The DA's office announced the arrest of Rodriguez for the murder of Junior last week. Investigators say he was shot in the head, found early on September 13th in the brush along River Road in Bear Park, where there is now a growing memorial.
That is the investigation that started all of this, the finding of the body in Bear Park. But it was actually the last murder that he committed.
The DA says Reading police learned that no one had heard from Junior's wife and their 1-year-old son since the day before, September 12th. Cell phone records led them to an access road off East Holler Lane in Otalani Township, where they found Geraldina's body, and days later, not far away, they found Jaden in a shallow pond. The DA says Rodriguez and Geraldina had some sort of intimate relationship, meeting at least a year ago when they worked in a warehouse together, and he was infuriated that she would not leave her husband and was taking his money. The DA says Rodriguez admitted to picking Geraldina and Jaden up on September 12th with the intention to kill her, and that he shot Geraldina once in the back of the head and threw Jaden in nearby muddy water.
I can't imagine anything more horrifying than throwing that one-year-old child into that pond of water. And that child is left there to die.
Rodriguez allegedly told investigators he shot Junior near his last listed address on Center Avenue when Junior confronted him about his involvement with Geraldina.
Mr. Rodriguez had no prior criminal history. So something happened. And no matter what, no one deserved to die.
The DA said today investigators recovered substantial video evidence as well as physical evidence that Rodriguez actually led them to, including a gun as well as some of Geraldina's belongings. Now, Rodriguez told investigators he acted alone, but part of their active and ongoing investigation is to determine if anybody else was involved.
Now, like I said again, people don't deserve to lose their life over something like that, but it makes it even worse when somebody that didn't even have nothing to do with the situation, meaning the child, man. You know what I'm saying? And for the person that did it to be that love stricken and driven by rage to be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go get the husband. I want, you know what I'm saying, to be the husband. And then this dude, I don't know how but to get up on him. And then you realize that your life in danger because of what your wife did. And you probably didn't even have no knowledge of it. And then it don't stop. And by the time he get wiped down, they thinking he the first one that got wiped. And then they find the other ones. But really, it went the other way. And all this because she wasn't going to leave her husband for dude. Yet dude playing sugar daddy coming up out his pockets. And in the process of paying this broad, he cared about her too. And in certain situations, you do have women that have men, they'll manipulate them because they know they got their feelings. And they'll tell them, well, you know, when the time is right, I'm going to leave. Or when the time is right, I'm going to talk to him and tell him I ain't. And that can go on for 7 years. 7 years later, nigga care about you so much, he look at you like you his girlfriend too. You just live with another nigga. In his head, he thinking you well past deadline. And no, I ain't agreeing with nothing he did because the nigga was weird. I'm not going to jail about no buns. But at the end of the day, the steps he took, he was wrong for. But she was wrong too because the things that she did, meaning the affair she had with this dude, resulted in her whole family getting wiped down. They ain't had shit to do with it. We posted more in the whole situation. Moral of the story, though, he definitely wrong because should nobody lose their life over love? But she was wrong too because she put her family in jeopardy, bro. And look what happened. I compare that to a street nigga in a relationship with a broad and he outside doing all this old crazy shit. And next thing you know, they come for him. But she get hit. Nigga put their girl in danger. Niggas don't think about that shit neither. To me, that's like the same thing. Because she went out and did what she did, but the results of that was her being unalive and her kid and her husband having the same fate. Money and betrayal. And I'm pretty sure he wasn't paying that much money where she felt like to put herself in danger in any kind of way. She probably didn't even feel like she was in danger at the time. And this happened. People need to watch this and stuff like this, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of relationships out there. It's a lot of people running around in them relationships too. You don't know how crazy that broad is. You don't know how crazy that nigga is neither. So while you in them situations and you choosing to do other than what you got going on in your situation, my recommendation, my suggestion to you is leave if you ain't happy. Nigga, don't kill me if you ain't happy. Is all I'm saying. Don't do nothing to me behind your unhappiness. I ain't gonna do nothing to you behind your unhappiness or mine either. I'm leaving. Because I ain't going to jail. You go to jail, you can't even get no bonds. And as a female, if you love that nigga that much, understand that once you step on him, he gone. Ain't no the love gone too, because you just wiped him down. So if you're an adult, man, don't be thinking, I can't really speak for young people because they got to experience love and losing their love and makeups and breakups and what all that come with it, right? But in this situation, man, don't let what you got going on with somebody drive you that crazy where you go out there and you do something to them. Leave them alone. Get up out of there. And I highly recommend this shit for niggas. Because niggas going to jail by the boatload about these broads. Yeah, she ain't gonna never do it to another nigga again because you took her up out of here. But guess who ain't doing it to another broad again because you took her up out of here? Now you smelling dirty niggas and athletes' feet for the rest of your life because you love somebody so much you wouldn't let her go. You decided to unalive her. Take her up out of here. Out of love. Nigga, you weird. She weird. Anybody that do shit like that weird. If the love ain't good and you unhappy, leave. Don't put yourself in no situation to go to jail behind evidently something that's toxic, because if you married, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. If you're in a relationship, you already doing wrong. But at the end of the day, either y'all gonna get over it, get through it, and keep going, or y'all need to part ways. Quit watching ID Channel and all these old crazy ass shows where people taking people out in these relationships and then get these ideas in your head to want to be crazy and go do it too. Because you're going to wear a jail suit, eat bologna sandwiches, and make jail calls for the rest of your life behind an intimate relationship you wasn't supposed to be having in the first place because you was in a situation. If you get what I'm saying. That shit dumb. And I done been through stupid shit too, nigga. We done all, if you grown now, you done been through some craziness. To the point where the way you feel, your attitude and your mentality will get the best of you, and you will start finding yourself doing stuff you normally wouldn't even be doing, but because you care about this person so much, you losing it. If you watch the internet every day, you see some of your friends doing the same shit every day, losing their mind. Bring them niggas back to reality before something like this be their situation, man. Because 2 seconds will change your whole life for the worse. Don't let it be over no buns. Don't let it, hey, women, don't let it be over no wood. A broad going to jail over some wood just as bad as a nigga going to jail over some buns. This man about to get executed because he fell for somebody else's woman. And because he couldn't have her, through all the manipulation she put you through and you coming out your pocket paying this woman, she taking it back to her family. Now you starting to feel the build up of how a nigga feeling some type of way. Drove that nigga crazy. And somebody died because of that shit, man. And a kid got the same punishment. Shit crazy, man. And I don't think, you know, to each his own, you're going to do what you do. But just don't let the outcome of what you're doing be something like this. Especially if it was something you wasn't supposed to be doing in the first place, man. Period, point blank. Ain't going to jail about no buns, man. Period. I just ain't. And far as the streets go, and people that like to travel, and the reason I'm bringing the streets up in this too, because anything that got something to do with the cartel gonna affect the streets, nigga. So pay attention to what's going on. But they also sending warnings to people like, you know what I'm saying? Don't even come here. If you are here, you risk getting took up top because they're trying to make a statement to these folks about messing up their money, man. And in Mexico, the cartels run more of the environment than the government do. And what happens over there dictates what happens over here on the dark side of things. But the people that like to travel, Mexico is one of the closest, most traveled to spots for Americans. Cancun, Tijuana, all these places, right? Spring break is like a trademark in Mexico. Man, y'all better stay y'all ass at home. Stay y'all ass at home. Because if they get you, who coming to get you? Who coming to get you? Not a soul.
A powerful faction of Mexico's Sinaloa Cartel warned that they are going to kill American citizens in popular tourist locations. The warning, delivered via public banners known as narco mantas, highlights the dangers in the cartel's war against U.S. law enforcement who are working to stop human trafficking and the flow of illegal drugs into the United States. The threats were first seen in the resort town of Los Cabos, a destination once considered safe for Americans, but is now ground zero for cartel infighting. Two banners were draped from a bridge in Las Veradas neighborhood and along the highway linking Cabo San Lucas and San Jose del Cabo, with the signature of La Chapista, the armed wing of the Sinaloa Cartel, loyal to the sons of imprisoned kingpin El Chapo. The messages said they would retaliate against the United States for interfering in their drug and human trafficking operations. The banners say, quote, "We will show you how we will wage this war. We will begin to eliminate every American citizen residing in areas where we have a presence." FBI Director Kash Patel was singled out by name. The cartels described them as meddlers, warning, "We run things here, you bunch of bastards, and we'll prove it if you don't stop arresting our people and seizing our labs and weapons." The threats stem from recent joint U.S.-Mexico raids that took down cartel strongholds. La Chapisa said the violence is payback against rival faction La Maíza, but extended it to Americans as leverage, exploiting the estimated 1.6 million U.S. citizens living or vacationing in Mexico each year. That's what you need to know. In Dallas, Christina.
Y'all better stay at home. Y'all better go to California, Florida, nigga, North Carolina, Texas, nigga, somewhere, nigga. Don't go to Mexico. That's all I'm saying. They snatching niggas on the regular down there. Right off the freeway. Right out your Airbnb. I dug into this whole situation a little bit more, and they got people that own Airbnbs down there that's getting booked by people that's from America. That's American. Going there. The people in the Airbnbs that's probably there already got the owners of the Airbnbs telling them, look, man, I think y'all need to get on up out of here. And they time at the Airbnb ain't even over yet. But the owner like, hey, I think y'all need to get up out of here. Get up out of there. If you ain't there, don't even go. Stay on your court, man. It's already crazy where we to be going somewhere else and have to live by their rules and their laws, and they laws ain't really being implement. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They ain't overruling the cartel. You got to deal with the cartel. People living in more fear of the cartel than the police. Nigga, don't vacation there. You want some Mexican food? Go to the West Coast. That might be the last dish you eat. You take your ass to Mexico, man. And I got a lot of friends that like to travel and they want to go out the country, passport gang, all. Listen, y'all better do research on where y'all be traveling before y'all go, because they ain't liking us in a lot of countries that we go to, bro. So while you stamping them passports, man, pay attention where you going, man. Because it's getting real outside, man. Even somebody ain't got nowhere to stay, got a weapon. You ain't safe at the concert, the club, the movies, the store. You got to watch your kids when they sit at the bus stop, go see the ice cream man, play outside. Ain't no leaving the door unlocked no more, leaving the car running when you going at everything different. You either gonna adapt or you gonna become prey to the people that's outside that ain't playing. We stopped saying stay dangerous or stay safe a long time ago. When we part ways now, we tell people I love you and stay dangerous, especially if you really outside. And in my city, you really need to tell your people you love them, because, and when I say this, I'm talking about all families, not just one, because we all been taking losses. Life been lifing. We've been going through stuff. Prayers been needed every day, all day, for everybody. So to the people that ain't walking around with hate in their heart every day, all day, walking around bitter or miserable, man. Niggas got to start focusing on the love more than the hatred, man. Leave that where that's at, or stay away from it. Embrace the love, man, from wherever it come from, and pray for everybody to do good and everybody be in good health, because we don't never know what tomorrow gonna bring, man. We might wake up tomorrow and somebody that's close to not just you, not just me, but to everybody could be gone. My family been going through that. Other people's families been going through that. Everybody in my city been going through that. So when I say that, I'm talking to my whole city. I ain't just talking to a few people. I'm talking to everybody, because we all got people we love. We all got family. We all got kids. And we definitely all got people that we don't want to lose. So while you wasting time every day doing nothing, make sure the people that you love know you love them, man. Because when they gone, you not gonna never get a proper chance to tell them and for you to get the response. You just gotta live with the fact that you didn't let it be known to the people you love that you love them, how you love them, man. Nigga, we grown. And the people, our elders, they getting older. We getting older. So we got to pay attention to that. It's so, you know what I'm saying? We got to start embracing. We got to get back to the love, because without the love, man, ain't nothing going to come back together, man. And everything is so separated and apart, especially in my city. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that bring the city together be losses. And it shouldn't be like that. So when I say that, I'm talking about everybody, man. Make sure you know, make sure you know you loved by your peoples, because your peoples letting you know you being loved, and let your people know you love them too, man. It go both ways, man. Only grown folks allowed, man. The only place you can come get celebrity news and adult conversation, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, whether you on Facebook, follow me. If you're on YouTube right now, you know what I'm saying? Ding that bell. You know what's going on already. I'm out of here.